Hola y bienvenidos. Uy, parece que no se me está viendo. Perdón. Si podemos recuperar esto. Cámara integrada. En video broadcast. Vale, ahora sí. Hola y bienvenidos a una nueva entrega. Que por cierto, voy a comprobar que esto esté funcionando. Porque cuando suele decir estas cosas, el PC es que suele haber algo de la pantalla que no le mola nada. No, está todo bien, perfecto. Hola y bienvenidos a una nueva entrega. Te vamos a jugar a Caballeros de la Antigua República 2. Los lores del Sith. ¡Ay, Dios mío! Y está sonando algo que me va... Un segundo.
Greetings, folks, and
No. LGR, no. Y bienvenidos a una nueva entrega de vamos a jugar a los Star Wars Caballeros de la Antigua República, los lores del Sith. Una entrega tardía con calores demoníacos que nos impiden dormir. Y hoy no había charla de Eric, así que nos vamos a poner jugar a Caballeros de la Antigua República, porque no tenía tiempo de preparar nada más. Y además llevamos 2 días sin visitar esa galaxia tan lejana. Y nos habíamos reencontrado con Astrid, una señora que tenía nuestro sable de luz, por lo que parece. Y parece que esto es como una especie de santuario Jedi bastante más molón que el del último juego donde estuvimos. Aunque la verdad es que los atrios parecen hechos con modelismo ultra básico. O sea, no se han currado esto nada. Todo hay que decirlo. Aunque eso sí, hay que decir que es un juego de 2004. Aún así, esto incluso para estándares de 2004 era cutre, ¿eh? Cámara de meditación, a ver. Esta puerta es fría al táctico y no parece haber medios convencionales para abrirla. Vale, entonces tenemos que ir al otro lado, por lo que veo. Y a ver cómo es de grande este sitio. Y las barandillas. O mejor dicho, la falta de barandillas nos lleva a ninguna parte. Evidentemente no podemos mirar para abajo para ver cuán profundo es este sitio, que no creo que sea demasiado, la verdad. Y aquí tenemos una serie de doncellas. Hola, señora.
Why have you approached me?
Busca a mis amigos.
You will find them in the main irrigation channel room, in the northern part of the plateau interior. The particle emitters there that once governed the flow of water to Telos can double as force cages.
Así que son prisioneros.
They were caged for their safety, until we could determine your intent, exile. Atris cautioned us against your tactics, fearing that your allies would create a distraction. Your companions gave us little trouble, however. The male could have presented some challenge if he had resisted, but he chose not to.
¿Quién? ¿Ator? El varón podría haber sido un reto para resistirse, pero no lo hizo.
He has had some Echani training. He masks it well, but when you were in danger, his mask dropped into a stance we know well.
Así que, Techani. ¿Dónde iba a conseguir ese entrenamiento?
I do not know. The Echani forms are known to be taught to military special forces throughout the galaxy. If the source is a mystery to you, perhaps you should ask him. It would be wise to know those you travel with.
¿Dónde está el halcón de ébano?
Your ship is stored in the hangar. Atris has given you permission to leave this place and not to return.
Tengo algunas preguntas para ti.
You may ask.
Quiero algunas preguntas sobre Atris. ¿Cuánto tiempo lleva aquí? ¿Habla de mí muy a menudo?
The mistress? What of her?
¿Qué puedes decirme sobre ella?
She leads us. As she rebuilds Telos, she rebuilds the Order, and through them, the galaxy.
¿Y cómo piensa hacer eso?
We serve the Jedi. We do not question them. Yet, Atris has told us that the work here at Telos may pay for similar efforts in many worlds along the Rim that were destroyed when the Jedi turned on each other. She has said the Jedi Order needs such a foundation if it is to rebuild. She faults the teaching of many of the Jedi Masters as the spark of the Jedi Civil War. Atris has said that if Revan and Malak had been properly instructed in the ways of the Jedi, they never would have fallen, and nor would you, Exile.
Poco orgullosa. Dice que si Revan y Malak hubieran sido adecuadamente instruidos según los métodos Jedi, nunca habrían caído, ni tú te habrías exiliado. Yo no caí, no sabe nada. ¿Y qué considera Atris el modo adecuado?
That is unknown to me. I have never observed Atris to teach Jedi, nor would I wish to. Atris has chosen instead to focus her efforts on galactic recovery. Once the galaxy breathes again, disciples will come.
Necesitará ayuda si lo intenta. No sabe nada de entrenar Jedi.
She predicted you would say as much. She seems to know you quite well. Perhaps you are the one who knows nothing.
Quizá. Tenía más preguntas para ti.
You may ask.
Quiero saber más sobre este sitio.
This was once a mighty irrigation center for Telos. It survived the orbital bombardment of the Sith, though the inhabitants did not. Ancient irrigation channels still lie beneath the surface of Telos, waiting to be used again for the reconstruction efforts, controlled from this facility.
¿Pero por qué está Atris aquí?
Shortly before the destruction of Dantooine by the forces of the traitor Jedi Malak, Atris had many Jedi artifacts and knowledge transported here secretly.
¿Pero por qué?
Even the Sith prefer live prey to scavenging a corpse. She thought that a world already savaged by the Sith would not prove a target a second time. It was a place where the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi could be kept safely if the Sith could not be turned aside.
¿Cómo sabía Atris que Dantooine sería destruido? ¿Tenía información interna?
The Jedi Council sensed it. Master Vrook, Master Vandar. But it was too late to do much except make arrangements for evacuation. It was a dark day for the Order. Many on Dantooine did not survive, Jedi or not. Atris would not speak for many days after the attack, and we feared our mistress was lost to us. In time, she regained her voice and her strength. She brought the artifacts and the teachings of the Jedi here and has kept them safe.
Porque trajeron aquí las reliquias.
Even the Sith prefer live prey.
Esto ya me lo ha dicho. Vale. ¿Cómo sabía Atris que eran reliquias?
Yes, many relics from Dantooine, some which predate even the destruction of Ossus. She was not able to save all, but she saved enough. She was able to bring them here before the Academy's destruction. It was a fortunate thing. She was not able to save everything.
¿Qué es Ossus?
Ossus was once the home of much of the Jedi teaching and knowledge. It was destroyed over 40 years ago by the Sith, during the time of Exar Kun. Fortunately, a few relics and artifacts were saved before Ossus was destroyed, but many were not.
Me gustaría ver parte de ese conocimiento Jedi. ¿Hay sables en esa colección?
Viewing the relics is not allowed without Atris's permission.
Atris me permitió la libre circulación. Seguro que eso implica confianza.
There is truth in what you say. Yet many such artifacts are sealed away in Atris's chambers. But if you wish to see a few of them, speak to the last of the handmaidens. She has seen some of these objects and has an interest in such things.
¿La última de las doncellas? Eso significa que que es la última. Todas ya veis. Vale. La última de las doncellas.
Yes, she should be in the training chamber to the north and west of here. She constantly seeks to improve herself so that she may no longer be ranked last among us.
Porque es la última. Ay, mierda, he dicho porque es la última. Porque se distrae fácilmente con asuntos que no son de su incumbencia. Estas distracciones la debilitan. Y ella lo sabe. ¿Distracciones como cuáles?
I will not speak of them. Ask her yourself. If
Ay, pillena, pillena. Tenía más preguntas para ti.
You may ask.
¿Qué haces aquí?
We serve the Jedi, and we watch.
Servir a qué Jedi. Aquí no hay muchos.
Atris is the only Jedi here, this is true, but the Mistress will bring others in time.
Pues ya he llegado. Buenas. Yo también soy Jedi.
You are no Jedi. Atris has made that clear. When you went to war, you gave up the mantle of the Jedi and became something else.
¿Y tú te entrenas para ser Jedi?
I assume you meant no insult. It is forbidden for us to become Jedi, even if we possessed the awareness of the galaxy that the Jedi possess. We are here because we are not Jedi. That is our purpose.
O sea, vuestro propósito es no ser. ¿Vuestro propósito?
We have taken an oath to never follow the teachings of the Jedi, only to watch those of the Order and carry out Atris's will should it be necessary. Atris believes the new Jedi Order that shall arise here will need to be guarded and watched by those not touched by the Force. She thinks it will give balance.
Creo que no lo entiendo.
The Jedi have long since lacked anyone to judge their actions and provide support should their power corrupt them. We are this strength. The Jedi Civil War proved that the Jedi are in need of such guidance. It is our duty to watch for aggression, rage, passion, and end it before it takes root.
Ya. Eso suena brutal. Pero Atris manda sobre ti y ella es una Jedi.
Atris is trusted. She has watched Jedi rise and fall and knows the ways of both paths to see the signs when they begin. She is a worthy one to judge the Jedi, when the Jedi refuse to judge their own.
No tiene prejuicios, puede ser una buena jueza. Ahí me suena castillo de cartas de Pasak.
I do not understand the reference. Pasak cards would not be good building material for a pyramid.
Y eso es lo que pasa cuando uno de los juzgados está a cargo de los jueces.
I do not expect a criminal to understand. You have existed outside the circle of the Jedi for too long.
Y Atris, porque aquí no hay muchos Jedi, ¿no?
Atris is the only Jedi here, this is true, but the Mistress will bring others.
Eso ya también me lo ha dicho. Atris no podría traer una mosca teca a la basura y mucho menos traer Jedi a este sitio.
You shall see. She has more strength than you know.
Da igual, me voy. ¡Hala! Ha dicho que para el norte. Así que vamos a ir por otro lado. Tiri. La última de las doncellas, ha dicho. Hola, doncella.
Why have you approached?
Busco a mis amigos. Da igual, me voy. Estaba a punto de decir, estoy buscando pelea. Venga, no. ¡Ah! ¡Está enganchado! No puedo pasar entre estas dos señoras. No puedo. Vale. Ella. Esto tiene pinta de ayudar a combatir.
You are the exile, the one Atris warned us about.
He oído que sabes algo de las reliquias que tiene Atris.
I know a little of them, yes. Much Jedi knowledge is stored here. Secrets of their teachings, combat styles, and discipline.
¿Dónde se almacenan?
The Jedi relics are kept by Atris, within the walls of her meditation chamber. Entry is forbidden.
Para mí no. Llévame ahí ahora mismo. Vamos a ver qué tal las ha entrenado.
I will not. Atris has made her orders on the matter clear, and she says you are no Jedi. Entry to her meditation chamber is forbidden. To even ask shows you doubt my loyalty to her.
¿De dónde vienen esas reliquias? ¿Nunca has visto esas reliquias?
I have seen a few of them. Yes, they were not always in Atris's meditation chamber.
¿Puedes decirme? ¿Qué puedes decirme de las que viste?
There were many relics. Among them, small cubes, warm to the touch, each containing their own light.
Oh, los
When
clones.
held, some would speak, ask Strange questions.
¿Y dónde están almacenadas?
The Jedi relics are kept by Atris, within the walls of her meditation chamber. Entry is forbidden.
Pero seguro que no para un Jedi como yo.
Atris has made her orders on the matter clear, and she says you are no Jedi. Entry to her meditation chamber is forbidden.
Ya. ¿De dónde proceden las reliquias?
Most come from Dantooine, brought here before the academy there was destroyed by Malak. Not all relics were able to be saved, for there was not time to rescue them all.
Quería preguntar otra
You
cosa.
may ask.
¿Eres la última de las doncellas?
I am the last of the handmaidens. This is correct. I train so that one day that will no longer be true.
Otros dijeron que te distraías fácilmente del entrenamiento.
It dishonors me that they would say such a thing to an outsider, but I cannot deny the truth in what they say. My thoughts are not always focused on training. Perhaps once having known the ways of the Jedi, you may understand what occupies my thoughts.
¿A qué te refieres?
There is much knowledge here, and only one of the Jedi remain. There is so much about their ways of battle, their forms, their stances, that may be lost forever if the last of the Jedi is taken from the galaxy.
La batalla no es la verdad de las enseñanzas de Jedi. ¿Es eso? Sin duda, perder las técnicas de combate sería trágico.
I know your meaning, but I have not been clear on mine. Stance, form, discipline are a means of expression and communication. They speak one's heart and one's devotion to their cause.
¿Devoción por la causa?
Yes, the methods you use to meet your opponent speak truer than any words can express. When you risk pain or death, there is no truer sacrifice or strength.
Entonces, ¿consideras la carnicería una forma de expresión? Estoy de acuerdo. ¿O estás hasta dónde estás dispuesto a llegar por tus objetivos?
It was to the Jedi traitor Malak. It was to the Jedi traitor Revan. When Terrace was destroyed, it showed Malak's heart through its execution and intent. It was brutal, without finesse, but showed his commitment to defeat the Jedi. Yet with Revan, there was the same commitment, but it was a subtle thing, like weaving threads in a tapestry, or strokes upon a canvas. He spoke through battle and tactics, in a way one could never do in words. He showed his heart at Malachor V, and finally, at the end of the Jedi Civil War. I believe he was speaking to Malak in that final battle, though few knew it.
La fuerza lleva a Malak a hacer lo que debía hacerse, eso es todo. ¿Qué crees que decía Revan?
Through battle, Revan was meeting betrayal with betrayal, and showing Malak the pain he had inflicted on his master. What stronger display than death for conveying one's sense of being betrayed by one's own student? Revan's anger must have been great indeed. I would have wished to have been there for that final exchange, and seen the truth of their conflict with each other.
Déjame preguntarte otra cosa.
You may ask.
Dice Atris que te previno contra mí. ¿Qué dijo?
She said, you betrayed the Jedi by going to war when it was forbidden to you. You turned on your masters, your teachings, and yourself.
Que habías traicionado a los Jedi cuando lo tenías prohibido. Ir a la guerra fue necesario. Ir a la guerra para proteger a otros, no para luchar. Ir a la guerra fue necesario.
That is not all she says. She says you know nothing of loyalty to any cause except your own animal instincts. And she told us why you fell to the dark side.
¿Qué? ¿El lado oscuro?
Atris says that you fell to the dark side in the Mandalorian Wars when you gave in to your lust for battle. Once you tasted war, you could not give it up.
¿Y por qué no seguir luchando en la guerra civil Jedi?
Atris says when the Dark Lord Revan returned to the Republic, You did not march with them because you had fallen so far you could no longer feel the force.
Hey, a ver, ¿no marché algo más?
I believe that is the extent of her expressed feelings toward you. There are variations at times, but all rise from the same foundation.
¿Sentimientos expresados?
Yes, it is difficult sometimes for others to truly speak their heart or listen to it. The words often prove difficult, or they do not come at all.
Entonces, Atris, ¿dices que Atris podría equivocarse conmigo?
Without having seen you and Atris fight, I cannot say. Battle is a pure form of expression. It is heart and discipline, reduced to movement and motion.
Pero, Gary, me gustaría preguntarte algo.
I am the last of the...
Ah, esto ya lo he preguntado.
You may...
A ver, parece distinta a de las mujeres de aquí.
I honor the face of my mother. It is not something spoken of in the company of others.
¿Tienes una madre distinta, pero el mismo padre?
I do not wish to discuss it. If there is something else you wish to ask, you may do so.
Disculpa, ¿me voy a ofender?
There's no need to apologize. You were merely remarking on something that you saw. There is no wrong in that.
¿Es un asunto delicado?
It is not a sensitive subject, but a subject that requires trust. There is no such trust between you and I, and such trust takes time.
Déjame preguntarte otra cosa.
You may ask.
Vale. ¿Por qué me dejas trismo libremente? Podría mataros a todos. Da igual, ya me voy.
Before you go, Exile, question for you, if I may ask it. You have touched the Force. What does it feel like?
Es como un enorme... No. Es difícil de describir.
Please, I wish to know.
Pues es como cuando... Ya sabes... Un vacío que luego... Vale, es como una corriente que te recorre y que te lleva con ella a todos los lugares que toca.
I see. Thank you, Exile. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge with me.
¿Tú no tienes más preguntas? Búscame y las contestaré. Ahí estamos, ganando puntos de las dos cosas. Tanto puntos del lado oscuro como del lado de la luz. A ver. Que no hay nada. Oh, mira. ¡A robar! Ya, me han dejado pasearme por aquí. No deberían. Todos los jugadores de RPGs nos dedicamos a robar todo lo que no está anclado al suelo. Tienen granadas aquí, menuda estación. De Chani. Muy bien. Vamos a seguir grabando. Perdón, explorando. Una cantidad de kit de reparaciones y no... Y en un principio no los utilizamos para nada. Pero bueno. Aquí está.
Did you find what you came for?
Depende. ¿Qué se supone que debería encontrar?
There was something from your past here, something unresolved. I feel we did not come to this place by chance. You were led here. This woman who resides here, she did something to you once, something that hangs upon you still.
La mujer es una Jedi, Atris, una del Consejo.
There is a Jedi here, perhaps, in that you are correct. Yet there are no students, and this woman, this Atris, surrounds herself with those who cannot feel the Force. Curious.
Atris planea salir de la edad si los sabéis que las doncellas no eran. Sabía que las doncellas no eran estudiantes, pero no me percaté de que no eran capaces de sentir la fuerza. Aquellos que no.
Yes, her servants are not Jedi. Their minds are walls trained to resist tricks of the mind. This discipline blinds them to the Force as well, even if they were Force-sensitive.
¿Cómo lo sabes? ¿Has estado leyendo sus mentes?
Invade the mind of another. It is not something done carelessly, or when there is nothing to be gained.
Ah, pero lo has hecho conmigo a 2x3. Bueno, no vamos a sacar nada aquí hablando.
Very well, let us depart.
¿Qué le ha pasado a Ton?
He's only sleeping. It seems the journey here has fatigued him.
Ya a dormir a la nave. Venga, vamos.
I am sorry, General. I must have lost consciousness in the crash.
No hay nada de qué disculparse. ¿Seguro que estás bien?
I'm fine, General. Even power has been restored to my arm. What is this place? Where are we?
Una queda medida oculta en el polo norte de Telos.
This must be where I had detected the energy readings before, and the drain to the restoration shields. This room, this place, it looks part of a huge polar irrigation system, possibly planet-wide, like the one on Coruscant. I had been told by the Republic that it was not in use.
¿Estás lo bastante bien como para viajar?
I am, General. If you wish, I may travel with you, or join you at the ship.
Pues reúnete conmigo en la nave y prepara para despegar. Nos vemos tan pronto como podamos.
Very well, General. I will await your arrival.
Los dos miembros del grupo que llegan son Ator y Kreia. Baudur se reunirá contigo en el halcón de Vano. Vamos a ver si podemos mejorar alguno de los personajes. A ver. Vigor 2. Interesante. A ver. Esto me da físico, diseño físico más 4. O fuerza 2. Vale, pues fuerza 2. Tengamos reano. Ok, perfecto. Tiene una doncella y lo que parece ser un puesto de mando. Vamos a pasar un poco de ellos. ¡Hey! ¡T3!
Well, if it isn't the one who stole the Ebonhawk. Not so smug now, are you, you little thief?
Don't be a fool. Atris stole the ship and the droid.
Says you.
T3, ¿está bien? ¿Qué te han hecho? Por culpa tuya que tomaron la nave T3. Espera, ¿de qué información hablas? ¿Toda tu memoria? Eso tuvo que tardar bastante. Vamos a llevarte a la nave y luego seguiremos hablando. De acuerdo. Te veremos en el halcón. Reúnete con nosotros en el halcón de Ébano cuando estemos listos. Te veremos en el halcón de Ébano. De acuerdo, reúnete con nosotros. Sal de aquí y asegura la nave. Hay un marco de trabajo. Guay. Vamos a mejorar objetos. A ver, blindajes. Estamos con el reloj del consejero. Ojo, ojo. Vale, protección balística. Control volante cortante. Sónico. Stone. Fantástico. Cuerpo a cuerpo. Vibroespada. Este ya creo que está bien. Vibromachete. Pero la iónica. 1-3 iónico. Piedra perfilada. +1. Ataque +1. 1 daño. ¿Dónde están mis armas? ¿Dónde están mis armas? I'm my weapons. ¿Cómo está? ¿Cómo que no puedo? No tengo los requisitos, pero no se puede mejorar por completo. What the fuck? ¿Estoy con un arma cuerpo a cuerpo? ¿Cómo que no puedo tener esto? What the fuck? A ver. A ver, ¿por qué no puedo llevar esto? Vibromachete. Vamos a ver. ¿Cómo que no puedo llevar esto? Vibroespada. ¿Y el vibromachete? Espada de la muerte rodiana. Espera, ¿cómo espada de la muerte rodiana? Oh. ¿Qué podemos hacer con esto? Mejorar objetos. A ver, vamos a montar objetos. El laboratorio ahora. A ver. ¿Cuánto tengo? Productos químicos, en inventario 2. No puedo hacer nada. Vamos con las armas, porque es que no la acabo de ver nada claro. 3-8, es que me parece una mierda como una piedra. 4-14, bueno. 9 más 10. ¿Estos cilindros de plastiacero? Espera. Control del hangar. Aquí hay un control del hangar. Laboratorio, campo de trabajo y control del hangar. En un principio nos mandarían salirnos fuera de aquí. Vamos a... Espera. ¿Turno ascensor? Puedo abrirlo. Vale. Control del hangar. Aquí está el contenido. Deberíamos irnos por aquí. La rampa de carga del halcón. Esta es la rampa de carga del halcón de Eva. Una vez a bordo dejarás la academia polar de Telos. Alejarse de la rampa de carga. Es que me da la sensación, la fuerza me dice que no debería ir. Por dicho, el no haberlo examinado Toto, es que me da la sensación de que hay algunas... Me gustaría escupirle en el café a Atris. A ver, vamos a ver si podemos conseguir algo así. ¿Esto está abierto? Quizá. Cámara de meditación. Esa puerta está fría al táctil y no me parece haber medios convencionales para abrirlo.
Ah, curious thing. What lies behind it?
La primera vez que vi a Atris salía de esta cámara. No lo sé, pero quiero descubrirlo.
Perhaps it is a meditation chamber of some sort.
Vamos a hablar con Creia.
Let us keep moving. There is nothing more to be gained here.
Quiero explorar un poco más, después nos iremos.
Very well, but we should not remain here too long.
Aton. Oliver.
Ah, hey. You're back with us. We were just on our way to rescue you from those ghost women when, we got locked up.
¿Estás bien? Pareces algo desorientado.
Don't worry about me, I'm fine. How did things go with the Jedi here? Are you all done?
Ah, parece que sí. Quieren que nos larguemos de inmediato.
Things went that well, huh? You make friends wherever you go, don't you?
Hasta la galaxia, que se quede sin gente, sí.
Well, that's encouraging. Nothing like a steady stream of people who hate us or want to kill us to keep the heart pumping.
Ya has hecho bastante, Aton. Puedes irte si quieres.
No, I was just complaining. I'm with you until things start going better for you. We need to stick together, you know? And who knows? I might be able to help you out of a tight spot at some point.
Gracias, Aton. Lo aprecias. Me sorprendes. Pensé que te bajarías en la nave en cuanto pudieras.
Ah, hey. Don't mention it. It's my pleasure.
Basta de charla. Tenemos que movernos. Venga. Y no me dejan pasar aquí. Así que... Pues bueno. Nos va a tocar irnos rapidito. Ahora que ya tenemos en la nave. ¿Ves? Vale. Vamos a irnos con el halcón. Venga. Entramos al halcón. Y abandonamos Telos para siempre. Jamás. ¿O no?
Well, now that we're off that Dejaric board of a planet, I say we burn sky until we see lines.
¿Qué pasa con T3? Frena, frena, que no he captado la primera parte. ¿Has descargado los archivos de Atris?
What is the machine saying?
Dice que había una grabación de mi juicio en los registros de Atris.
We seem to have found it.
Ay, mira, ahí está.
Do you know why we have called you here?
Es llamado para responder por mis crímenes en Malacor 5. ¿Habéis venido porque... ¿Sabes por qué te hemos llamado aquí? He venido porque he querido, no porque me hayáis llamado. ¿Saben cuáles son las razones? Decidlas o dejadme ir.
As Revan summoned you, so have you come full circle to return to the Jedi.
Why did you defy us? The Jedi are guardians of the peace, and have been for centuries. This call to war undermines all that we have worked for.
Is Revan your master now? Or is it the horror you wrought at Malachor that has caused you to see the truth at last?
Ay, estoy vestida de Jedi, ¿eh? Aprendo que seguir a Revan a la guerra fue una violación del código Jedi y lo rompí, desafiando constantemente el deseo del Consejo.
It is good you recognize this. It means you will understand why you must leave us. We feel that your true understanding of what happened at Malachor 5 will only happen in time, and it cannot happen here, near the battlegrounds where you fought.
You are exiled, and you are Jedi no longer.
There is one last thing. Your lightsaber. Surrender it to us.
¿Se lo he clavado a alguien? ¿Qué he hecho?
Much defiance in that.
Qué gran desafío.
You were correct, Kavar. When she was here, I felt it. It was as if she was not there. More like an echo.
Revan's influence has grown amongst the youngest of the Order. He speaks to their passions, not their sense. The war has touched them. Many of them have found themselves in the war against the Mandalorians.
It is as I feared. And I fear that we have played into the hands of the enemy.
We have not lost a Jedi this day. You felt it. She has lost herself. She is no Jedi. She walked Revan's path, but she was not strong enough.
I fear it is our teachings that may have led Revan to choose the path he did.
We are not the ones who taught him.
We take responsibility, Atris, not cast blame.
The choice of one was the choice of us all. Revan's teacher intended no harm, and Revan had many teachers since.
Yet they all stem from the same source. Her teachings violated the Jedi Code and lead all who listen to the dark side, as they did the exile.
You are wrong. The dark side is not what I sensed in the exile. Surely the rest of you felt it as well. That emptiness we felt. She has changed.
Whatever that wound was, it was of the dark side. We should not have let her depart. She will simply join Revan again, or perhaps worse.
What would you have done with her, Atris? Be mindful of your feelings. This is not Revan who stood before you. This one walks a different path.
No, although that may come in time. We let her go because we must. Where she travels, she carries her destination with her.
Malachor 5 should have been her grave. You saw it in her walk, and in the Force. It was as if she was already dead.
No, not death. Many battles remain for that one.
Qué mala
What we
leche que
have
tiene
seen
Atris.
is true, but the future is a shifting thing, and she cuts like a blade through it.
We should have told her the truth. A Jedi deserved to know.
No good would have come from it, even if what you believe was true. There's still the matter of Revan, and such truths could leave us vulnerable on two fronts.
Perhaps in many years we will call her before us and explain what happened to her, and how she may be healed. Until then, she must accept her journey.
But she may never discover the truth, and she will never know why we cast her out.
And that is the future we must accept.
Esta
Jedi sure like
parte
their
no la...
secrets, don't they?
Más resistentes tras mi juicio, no tenía ni idea. A ver, uno. Si encontréis algo más, hacéndolo saber. Atris tiene una... ¿Qué más había en esa? ¿Atris tiene una lista de los Jedis apreciados? Sí, muéstramela. Estubrodoruk Dantooine. Nechozertaik Narshada. Maestro Kabar, Onderon. Maestro Bash, Corriban. Maestro Atris, Telos. Tuit. Conocía a todos estos. Todos los Jedi forman parte del consejo que me exilió.
A strange coincidence.
It is no coincidence. There is some larger plan at work here, and we are walking into it. This is too convenient to be anything but a trap.
Aunque sea así, necesitamos su ayuda contra los Sith. No tenemos elección. Esos Jedi saben lo que me sucedió. Uy, hemos dado al uno.
General, is there a reason you don't carry a lightsaber anymore?
Pues Atris y el consejo Jedi me lo quitaron.
That's not your lightsaber anymore. That belonged to someone who served Revan in the wars, not the person you are now. You could build another one, if you wanted to, but you know that.
¿Por qué no?
I don't know, General, but whatever the reason, you should put it behind you. I know this. A lightsaber is part of who you are. Without it, you're not complete.
Muy bien, para empezar hay algunas piezas que necesito.
I think I can help you out there. I happen to know the parts you need.
¿Desde cuándo te has convertido en un experto en sables de luz?
I spent a lot of time around Jedi during the war. None of them would let me take their lightsaber apart, but I did learn about their construction. We need a power cell, emitter matrix, lens and focusing crystal. Though I have to admit the crystal is beyond my means. Never did understand them. Those parts are fairly common, though a Jedi once told me that it's best if your lightsaber reflects you, and if it is constructed of things that identify it as your own. Just bring the parts to me before you get started building it. I'll make sure they're usable.
For the last time, no. Because you're programmed to force your opponent to go first, and nothing will convince me the computer doesn't cheat. Even if I didn't have to go first and somehow I didn't suspect you of counting cards, I still wouldn't play with a trash compactor. Yeah? How many credits?
¿Cuántas cutscenes
Got
que
a
estamos
minute?
aquí?
I'm a little busy here. What is it?
Won't take more than a minute.
All right, I'll work while you talk.
Look, your friend, the Jedi, you know her from way back, don't you? How much do you know about her, really?
Her? You mean the general? Yeah, during the war. If that's what you mean by way back. Can't say I know too much about her, though.
Better than anyone else on this ship. Just give me your opinion, okay? And don't laugh.
I'm trying to work here, Atten.
I was just wondering if you thought maybe she and I might...
You're being serious.
You said you wouldn't laugh.
You are being serious. Atten, she was a general. I was just a tech. Your guess is about as good as mine.
Well, what's your guess, then?
I'm getting back to work.
Hey! I'm being serious here.
Intentando tirar los trastos.
You're laughing at me? I'll put you on the scrap heap,
Hey,
you
hola,
walking
¿qué
tin
tal?
can.
All I'm saying is that you've gone for a long time without a memory wipe. Most droids behave erratically under those circumstances. I know that, but I'm fixing everything else around here, so I may as well take a look at you too.
¿Están disparando todas las conversaciones o qué?
What was that? That's what I'm talking about. That is not normal droid behavior.
A ver, ¿qué está pasando aquí?
I am not pushing you around. I just wanted to see if there was anything I could do to upgrade your functionality.
Me parece buena idea. No te preocupes, Paul. Probablemente sepa lo que está tratando. Probablemente sepa lo que está haciendo.
Thanks for the vote of confidence. Good. Now let's get started. You wouldn't guess it from the outside, but it looks like you've been through a lot. I'll bet. I'm all done with you. If anything comes loose, let me know and I'll put it back in place.
Detesta de recibir una modificación permanente +2 a su constitución. Aunque no me gusta eso de que hayas toqueteado su memoria, Odul. Eso me ha parecido un... pasarte. Y tenemos aquí, espera, que esto... Vale. Las de añadidas y... No, creo que tenemos algún tema con... Vale, voy a guardar partida porque me parece que no está funcionando el ratón. Por algún motivo. Así que vamos a hacer aquí un F5. Ahora a un F9. Y veo que voy a tener que salir del juego. Porque por algún motivo el ratón no selecciona nada. Nada. Voy a mirar a ver si funciona fuera. Sí, ahora funciona. Probar que no sea un problema del juego. A ver, 2, 3. Ahora sí que funciona. Se había salido el foco. No sé por qué. ¿Y esto? ¿Por qué? Ahora terminó hace mucho tiempo. Me sorprende que sigas funcionando. ¿Podrías dejar de moverte? Vamos a hablar con cada uno.
I didn't want to talk about the war, but can I ask you something?
Claro, ¿qué hay? Oh,
Why did you decide to fight?
los mandalorianos tenían que ser detenidos. Los Jedi no ayudaron a nadie con su pasividad.
The war went poorly before Revan and the Jedi lent aid to the Republic. Many of us believed the Jedi to be cowards who were afraid to face the Mandalorian threat. I remembered when word of the Mandalorian attacks arrived on Iridonia. My people had colonies across the Outer Rim. Many of them were among the first systems to fall.
¿Así que querías venganza?
Revenge, and to crush the Mandalorians, to send them back to wherever it was they came from. I did not join because I wanted to protect, though. I hated them. I wanted to destroy them, to give them the mercy they gave the people they conquered. I remember the thrill I felt when we fought them in battle. Victories were rare, but we celebrated every Mandalorian's death. Do you know how it felt?
Sí, yo también lo sentí. El ímpetu de la vida mientras los mandalorianos eran abatidos.
It's always on my mind now. That loss of control blinded me, turned me into a weapon. I just needed to get that off my chest. Was there something you wanted me for?
¿Qué hiciste con ese remoto que está haciendo musiquita?
That old thing? I built him when I was a kid. Been following me around for years now, despite what I've done to try and chase him off. Hey, just kidding. I'm happy to have you around.
Aparte de seguirte, ¿hace algo más?
He helps me out with repairs. I outfitted him with a cutting laser and some other tools for delicate modifications. He's also good for singeing the pants of annoying techs. I've been thinking about doing some other work on him, but I barely have time. Too busy fixing up the ship. Something else I can help you with?
Da igual. Me está sacando de aquí. Vale, ahora. Uf, menos mal. A ver qué más hay aquí. Esto es el impulsor. Parece que estén a medio construir todo. Oye, aquí hay algo. Ah, seguridad. A ver. Oh, guay. Túnica Jedi. A ver. No. Tienes cartas de Pasak. Hola, Greya.
Yes? Have you come with questions?
Quiero aprender sobre el combate con sable de luz.
That is something we will leave until we possess a lightsaber and a proper sparring partner.
Entonces, quiero saber sobre tu entrenamiento. ¿Qué otro entrenamiento puedes ofrecer?
Very well. What is it that drives you?
Este vínculo que compartimos, debo saber más sobre ello.
I confess its nature eludes me as well, but the bond is strong and its roots run deep. It seems that at times of stress and pain, if they catch us unawares, then the pain is transmitted between us.
¿Este vínculo tiene alguna ventaja?
It seems the force flows easily between us. When one of us manipulates the force to heal or strengthen ourselves, the other is aided as well.
Vale, tenemos lo de la actitud especial.
A powerful technique indeed, though, as we have noted...
Vale. Quiero que me enseñes más de la fuerza.
Very well. What is it that drives you?
Quiero construir un sable de luz.
Indeed. A Jedi tool and a Sith weapon. And why do you need such a thing?
Para defenderme a mí y a mis aliados.
Then listen to me. There is much weight, much craving attached to such a tiny thing of light. A lightsaber, any weapon, only achieves worth in how it is wielded, in the effort, in the struggle of one who holds it. Such a weapon does not make a Jedi or a Sith, and at times it makes them much, much less than they are.
Ay, espera, que tenemos un... En YouTube. Ok, perfecto. Ya está quitado. Pero ¿cómo hago uno?
The knowledge has already been imparted to you. Upon our journey, the pieces shall fall into place.
Vale, pues da igual. Ya me voy. ¡Ah! Puntos de daño luminoso. Quita, quita. Se pega como una lapa. Hola, D3, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué tal está el halcón de Ivano? Buen trabajo, me alegro. ¿Qué era el sistema de astronavegación? Déjate de wow. ¿Se puede reparar o no? Puedes intentarlo cuando tengas un momento. Vale. Ya sí que puedes hacer esos cálculos, pero podríamos separarnos. Otra vez. No, no pienso abandonarte, pero estas cosas pasan. Olvídalo, tenía otras preguntas. ¿Sabes de dónde ha salido ese droide HK de la bahía de carga? ¿Intentabas reconstruirlo? ¿Por qué? Para protegerme, pero sois un droide asesino, un droide psicópata asesino. Preferiría que me ayudases y ya está. ¿Tienes idea de cómo se dispersaron sus piezas por toda la galaxia? Tenía que preguntarlo. ¿Sabes dónde puedo encontrar las piezas? Entonces probaré con los comerciantes de droides de toda la galaxia. ¿Tienes idea de cómo se dispersaron sus...? Vale. Da igual, ya me voy. Más puntos de lado luminoso. Venga. Venga, vamos. Va, más vieja. Apartarme, no tengo piezas. Vale. Ya está aquí. Aquí estará Atún, casi seguro. Ahí está. Ahí está.
You seem pretty calm. It's almost streaming off of you. A lot calmer than you were on Paragus when I first met you.
¿Qué te refieres?
On Paragus, you seemed, well, a little less at peace with yourself. Now you're different. It's hard to explain.
Estoy bien. Hacía mucho tiempo que no me sentía así.
Well, it's good to see. You're a nice counterbalance to that old witch back there.
¿Te apetece una partida de Pazac? Quería hacerte algunas preguntas.
All right. What did you want to know?
¿Me puedes explicar de dónde recibiste tu entrenamiento, Chani?
Huh? What are you talking about?
Cuando entramos en la Academia de Telos, adoptaste una postura de combate, Chani.
Oh, that. Don't tell anyone, but you wouldn't believe how many fights you can prevent by just pretending to know that stuff. I mean, it doesn't compare to wearing a lightsaber, but then again, that doesn't seem to help you much.
No cambies de tema.
Yeah? So what? I don't ask any dumb questions about your past, despite the fact that it keeps throwing us into life-threatening situations. Want to know why? I figure if you ever want to tell me something, you will. So give me the same respect, all right?
No te acuso de nada. Solo quiero saber si tienes otras habilidades útiles. Podría ser todo un valor con un entrenamiento en combate.
Well, hey, thanks. But you've got the wrong guy. I'm good at shooting people, cracking wise, and pretending to know how to fight with my hands.
Quería hacerte algunas preguntas.
All right?
Pero da igual. O sea, que está esquivo. Ah, mira, ya sé. ¡Hala! Venga, ahí está. A ver... ¡Hala! Venga, ahí tenemos los pajapot. Muy bien, pues ya está. Hecho. Pues ala, como nos están prácticamente echando, porque esto se acaba de convertir en un nido de bots, lo vamos a dejar aquí. No sabiendo exactamente dónde tenemos que ir, porque tenemos por aquí el mapa de la galaxia, mapa galáctico, y tenemos un montón de sitios. Que tenemos Onderón, tenemos Nashada. Supongo que tenemos que buscar a los distintos maestros, pero eso lo veremos el próximo día. Muchas gracias por seguirme y hasta la próxima.